So do you guys remember this post? How about this post? Those posts come from January 11th, a very early celebration from Elon Musk of a victory over the woke mind virus. I obviously couldn't find my comment buried in the thousands of comments down below, but it stated that he was celebrating too early, and that the real problem wasn't the American deep state, the problem was Canada. And here we are today. So I need to make this video about the reawakening of the once thought dead woke mind virus. Folks, I am your host Parmesan. Welcome to the show. Good morning, Canada. Welcome to the show. I am your host, Parmesan, and this is Niagara Due North, where we cover really important stuff. So it appears that the right has quite a major issue right now. Donald Trump seems to have shot himself in the foot going after Canada, and he has reawoken the left. And right now they have a lot of power, they have a lot of control over the media, and they have a lot of control over what especially Canadians are seeing. And it's extremely concerning, especially watching stuff like this.
He has some more work to do around members of his caucus that are expressing openly anti-Canadian perspectives, pro-Trump perspectives. And I would encourage him to not stop here, to ensure that his members reflect the values that we all have as Canadians.
Donald Trump should have never went after Canada. We were something, even with the tariffs, could have been dealt with next year. But he had to somehow refit under his agenda of juggernaut. I mean, literally all he had to do was announced that he had a problem with the fentanyl coming through the border. I bet everything would have passed. I bet we would have got the exact same results without talking about tariffs whatsoever. And I also bet that a lot more Canadians, even on the left, would agree with him that we want to clean up the fentanyl crisis. He should have tackled that more of as a united North American attack on fentanyl rather than, oh, I'm just all pissed off at the world and everyone's gonna pay, you know? And that is precisely what I dislike about Americans. I'm sorry if there's any Americans out there that are going to watch this, but you guys don't look outside of your country. You're the center of the world. And that comes with such a pompous amount of arrogance. You guys should have been looking up to Canada a long time ago. I don't understand. Everybody knew about Trudeau. Everybody, the whole world. Justin Trudeau was just as famous as Donald Trump was these past 8 years, 10 years, for all of the exact opposite reasons, and yet nobody paid any mind to what was going on up here. And we are really close to being a national security threat for the United States. Donald Trump didn't kill the woke mind virus. Elon Musk didn't kill the woke mind virus. Also something I've been saying for years. It's not about America, it's about Canada. There is about to be an enormous war fought over us. You best believe it. England and Europe is not going to let America stand, or will not let Canada slip off their grip. And Canada is going to push it to that far. Canada will push it that far. I mean, look at this. Just the other day, Justin Trudeau went to the King of England. Then a few days after, Trudeau apparently went there to talk about nuclear arms. Okay? The left is willing to go to war with United States, guys. Okay? And then a few days After that, King Charles is wearing a Canadian Navy suit while he's inspecting the quality of one of their battleships. Not Canadian battleships, a UK battleship. When I hear things, I like to stretch it as far as I can. Okay? What does this look like? What does this kind of situation head us for in the future? Honestly, it sounds like there's going to be it sounds like World War III is going to be between China, Canada, and Europe versus US, South America, the Middle East, and Russia, and probably North Korea. This is insane. And it's the left that's pushing it, guys. It's the left. And you guys are just gobbling everything up, calling me a Putin shill when I got 100 fucking subscribers. I can understand, like, there's a type of mental illness there. Now, get this. Get the kind of situation that Donald Trump backed himself into. Okay? Now he has to keep applying the pressure. So, the current road. Stay on the current road. Make Canadians hate you more. Drive a wedge between America and Canada even more, which is now maybe the smart way out of this. Which by now the smart way out of this is Canada getting annexed by United States, by the way. Or if Trump backs down, then it looks like Mark Carney got him to back off the tariffs. Okay, so now he can't back off the tariffs. Honest, like, they want Pierre Poilievre to win. They don't want to. Of course, a money-hungry billionaire like Donald Trump is gonna want to annex Canada. I bet there's been a dozen presidents that wanted to annex Canada. Like, there's kind of no point of us being here. The only reason we're here is because we fought against America. Like, what's the definition of being Canadian? Not American, right? What he's doing is giving them momentum. They have control over everything. They have control over everything you see. Do you honestly believe Mark Carney got 80% of the vote? I bet you that many people didn't even vote. All of that stuff is all fake, and everything you're seeing by all of them is fake. Check this out. Rosemary Barton finally calling out Mark Carney after he's already been elected.
Last night. There's lots of other questions for him in terms of how soon is he going to move his own personal investments and stocks into a blind trust? Will he wait until he becomes prime minister? Has that process started? We know he's received security clearance. Is he getting security briefings already by intelligence agencies and the head of the RCMP and CSIS? What is his intent behind a cabinet? How quickly will he call an election? There's lots of questions there that people wanted to ask and that he didn't answer.
Thanks, Rose. Thanks. Yeah, we really could have used that 3 freaking months ago. Oh, we're not biased, guys. As you can see, like right now, they're back on the rise. Okay? Elon's getting attacked. The Tesla dealerships are getting set on fire. A whole bunch of people accosted JD Vance the other day. Everyone's starting to go after Sunshine Baby. He's like the only one I can think of on our side with 400,000 subscribers. I don't think anyone's as big as him. So he's finally starting to get noticed by the censorship mob. Check what David Eby has to say about him.
Sign the fact that Brian Tepper stood up in the House and introduced as a patriot a YouTuber that literally apologized to the United States for Canada's retaliation, who called Doug Ford's electricity tariff a war crime. This was a man introduced in the legislature by a Conservative member as a patriot. So John's got some work to do if he wants to ensure that the extremist views in his party are addressed.
Calls him extremist, man. Like, A, he's a veteran. You really going to talk about that? About a veteran? You going to do that, dude? You see, at this rate, I don't think we're going to head into an election. I'm going to maintain this. I made a prediction, I think it was either yesterday or the day before. Go watch my videos. Binge watch my videos. I got thoughts. There's thoughts up in there. I did a lot of book learning and brain thinking. I think they're going to they as in Mark Carney is going to pull the NDP through support, pull Parliament back, survive a confidence vote, pump through tons and tons and tons of bills. And they're just going to every day, day after day, tens and tens, and they're going to be like Donald Trump on the executive orders. And they're going to pump through hundreds of bills. That they're going to do so many bills. It's going to be hard for Pierre to redact all of them or retract all of them. They're going to do so many bills. It's going to be hard for Pierre to repeal all of them. It'll take him 4 years just to repeal them all. And then what? As they're doing this, they're going to ramp up the trade war with Donald Trump. They're going to call for an emergency. They're going to call for a national emergency. Why? Because Donald Trump just called for a national emergency on the electricity. So, opportunistic is the devil. They are going to make him pause the oil flow back to Canada. And then they're going to call a national emergency on that. And then they're going to push the election until next year. And by that time, all the damage will be done. And then what? We're an enemy of United States. United States can't have an enemy with a 2,000-mile border. They're going to have to annex us. Britain's not going to allow it, and the European Union isn't going to allow it. World War III, folks.